Hey guys, Kamina the Koach here in my car again. I actually do have more like spare open time now, but
in 600 meters,
I just
turn left.
My best thoughts in the car. And there's a reason for that. I think I'm gonna do a video on that one too. So hopefully my awesome viewers will bear with me. This horrible picture, I'm not sure. I think my camera's dirty or something. But so this video is just really it's very personal. Not to say that I'm not personal all the time. I'm personal all the time. But so this video is really personal. It has to do with why I chose Mexico as my forever home. And for those of you who have been keeping up, I'm not in Mexico right now. I'm in Thailand, and I'm leaving Thailand on Friday to go to China. And before I was in Thailand, I was in Saudi Arabia. And for those of you who don't know me well, I've been in China. This will be my third time. Oman, Saudi Arabia, 3 or 4 times. The UAE, Iraq, and Mexico. So I've actually been to Mexico before. Not to visit, to live. Why didn't I stay? Anyways, back up. Why did I choose Mexico as my forever home? I get asked this a lot. So I'm just gonna like cut and paste this video next time somebody
turn left.
Please excuse the GPS. So why did I choose Mexico? Well, when I went to Mexico the first time, I actually where do we go? Straight? Sorry.
In 500 meters, turn right.
All right, here we go. So when I went to Mexico the first time, I was in Saudi Arabia as well, leaving Saudi Arabia to go to a state in southwestern Mexico named Oaxaca. I accepted a job at a government university there, paying very little, but it didn't really matter. I had enough money that I could be comfortable. I could buy a little house. I
turn
could buy
right.
A little car. Oaxaca is one of the cheapest states in Mexico to live in, so I wasn't really worried about the fact that I wasn't going to be making that much money. Then the election happened. I'm not going to name any names. The election happened. The election that caused a lot of political problems between the United States and Mexico. That commander-in-chief was brought into office during the time that I was in the United States waiting for my visa to be processed. So it should have taken 3 weeks to process my... So, of course, as an American, you can enter Mexico freely without a visa. However, I wasn't just going to vacation, I was going to work, so I needed a residency permit. So after I had all my documents translated and authenticated and all that good stuff, I submitted the information to the whatever. And so 3 weeks for processing a visa ended up taking 3 months. 3 months. So so I left Saudi Arabia, went to the United States, and I was just sitting, burning through money. I don't have any family. I do have a best friend, but my best friend has a life, so we were only prepared for me being there for a month. After that, I had to move into an extended stay hotel. In addition to that, I had a car rental, and on and on and on. It was just a nightmare. So extended stay hotel, car rental, all that stuff for 3 months. So I had about $20,000 or something like that. I had about $20,000, and let me give this kid some money. I feel bad. It makes me feel bad. Let me see. Swadika. No, I don't want. For you. Ugh. Sorry. Yeah, soft heart. So the kid is selling, can't see him, selling the really fragrant, flowery necklaces. I just gave him some money. I don't really want the flowers. He can keep them. Anyways, where was I? So I had about 20,000 US dollars. That should have been more than enough for me to buy a little house, a little car. No, nothing spectacular. Maybe just a one-room house with a bathroom and a place to cook. It wouldn't have been spectacular, but it would have been enough for me to make sure I had AC and hot and cold running water. So in the process of 3 months, I burned through about $7,000 or something like that. It was ridiculous. And I burned through a ridiculous amount of money. So by the time I got to Mexico, I was forced to live semi like a local. I didn't have enough money to buy a car. I didn't really have enough money to get a very decent place. My place didn't even have cold. I didn't have hot water. So it's very hot where I lived at, but the water is stored underground, so it's very, very cold. It was miserable. My place also wasn't internet capability, so in order to use internet, I'd have to go into the big house. Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. However, Mexico. So what's so special about Mexico? Now the meat of it. So if you liked Mexico so much, why didn't you stay? Well, I didn't stay because I couldn't afford to stay. I couldn't afford to live comfortably for the rest of my life, and there was no way I could have saved on what I was making. So there was just no way for me to save. No way for me to stay. So why do I want to go back? So hopefully, universe permitting, I will return to Mexico in another 1 to 2 academic years. What I am hoping is that politics do not end up messing this up for me again. Never can tell, right? So, I'll try to stay flexible, which is a big thing while you're living abroad. So, Mexico is a very warm, welcoming, inviting, friendly country. Wow. So I'm from Texas, and I grew up with all my Mexican friends who are awesome. But I had never been in Mexico. So I will say, of the Spanish-speaking countries, Mexicans they're proud to be Mexican, but they're not pompous. Very humble, kind. Don't buy into this political rhetoric that Mexicans are dangerous. Sure, the cartel is dangerous, but are there not gangs all over the place? Anyways, so flew into Mexico into a city called Huatulco, and I spent a day there, and I talked with a guy about going scuba diving. He was like, you know what? I like you because you speak Spanish well. I'm going to give you the Mexican discount. It was wonderful. It was just a wonderful experience. When I finally got to my destination, which was quite a ways away, by the way. When I finally got to my destination, when I tell you the people were so amazing, when I got there, I said good morning to everyone as I was walking to work. Everybody spoke to me. I didn't get stared at. If people did ask me questions, it was obvious that it was purely they were just curious which Spanish-speaking country I was from. No one assumed that I was American. Everybody just assumed that I was Cuban. Purely curiosity. 100% of zero 100% of zero malice, which was pretty awesome. Zero malice, and in this particular state, everybody was my complexion or darker. Actually, much, much darker. Most people are much.
In 300 meters, Slight right.
It's hard to be a minority anywhere, but especially hard to be a person of color
Slight right.
overseas, depending on where you are. And it was just really, really nice to blend in and not to be made to feel like an albatross, or so to speak. All right, so amazingly friendly people. Number one, cost of living. I could get real bee honey for $2 for 12 ounces. 12 ounces? Yes, $2 for 12 ounces of real bee honey.
In 600 meters,
Fresh fruit,
continue straight.
almost nothing. It just, anyways, cost of living is amazing. So returning back to the fact that I have no family, who's going to take care of me when I get old? So it's part of Mexican culture.
Continue straight.
They revere, respect, take care of the elderly. So a lot
In
of
600 meters,
United States
turn right onto the ramp.
go to Mexico to retire because the retirement homes are so wonderful. And they are treated, so the people are treated
Turn right onto the ramp.
so well in the retirement homes. So yeah, that really appeals to me as well. Healthcare. So cost of living. No. Friendly people. Cost of living. Respect for the elderly. Healthcare. Mexico's right next to the United States. Some of the best health professionals in the world.
In 800 meters,
A lot of
keep right at the fork.
to Mexico to get their teeth done and to get plastic surgery. Some of the best doctors in the world are in Mexico. Go figure. So, amazing people, cost of living, respect for the elderly, and
Keep right at the fork.
right? So, what's not to love about Mexico? So, is it dangerous? Is there anywhere in the world that's not dangerous? I just saw a girl online who got beat by a Thai man and had her jaw wired shut. So don't let the sweet taste fool you. You could be attacked anywhere. And you're much more likely as a person of color to get attacked in the United States than you are abroad anyways. So is Mexico, is the cartel there? I guess so, probably. Did I feel threatened when I saw the police? Never. Was I ever scared? No, never. My friend did get mugged, but could that have happened in the United States? Absolutely. Like, hello? Yeah, it could happen anywhere. So, think the universe, she didn't get harmed. They just took her stuff. So, is there danger? There's danger everywhere. Did I feel safe there? I felt safe there. 100%. I felt safe there. And yeah. So, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Why I'm choosing Mexico as my forever home. Really, really looking forward to that move. So until next time, you amazing people, here's Kamina the Koach wishing you love, peace, joy, light, and happiness. I'm out.